Yeah, hey everyone, I'm doing a update video on the M3 on the differential bushings that I replaced finally. You can see them up there, the ECS bushings. There's one over there, there's one over there. Oh, you can see that one good. So I ended up replacing those two. Kind of a nightmare of a job. You have to you could replace just this, or you could remove just this cover, and you have to obviously remove those bolts. These are the new updated bolts too. I don't know if you can tell, but those are new updated bolts that the threads don't go all the way to the head of the bolt. I don't know. They were like $10 at the dealership or something. So I ended up getting those. And then yeah, it was kind of a nightmarish of a job. You have to remove, or you don't have to remove the whole differential, but you could remove just the cover here with all these bolts. But then you gotta reseal it and put oil back in the diff. I didn't want to go that route. This wasn't leaking, and I didn't feel like replacing the oil, so I actually did it the harder way. I removed the whole differential, which is necessary if you want to do there's a third bushing up in the front where you can't really see it, but it's up there. If you want to replace that third one, which I didn't because it looked fine, just these two in the back here were really worn out. If you watch that other video I have, you can see how badly worn they were. This whole thing was rocking back and forth, making a bunch of noise. So if you want to take the whole diff out, you have to remove the half shafts from this end. I left them hooked up over here. You don't have to remove them from the hub. Just remove these. There's like 6 bolts on each side, these E bolts, and then this just kind of separates. And then to make the job easier, you remove the sway bar, the rear sway bar. Take that completely out, just so you can, when you go to remove this, the whole diff, it just kind of slides out, and then to get it back up and in, you have to kind of like have somebody help you kind of push it up and shoehorn it in. I was using just a regular floor jack just to kind of get it up and then slide it back in. Then you have to remove the drive shaft bolts, which are in the front, which is kind of a nightmare to do. You're best if you have to take this bar, this I don't know what they call this, like a, I don't know, just it's like a bar for like rigidity or whatever, that thing. And yeah, it's kind of a nightmare, but kind of necessary to do. So hopefully these are a lot more solid than the last ones, which were horrible if you watch that video. But I'm gonna go ahead and start this thing up and put it in gear and see how it does. So let's do that. Let me set the camera up so you can see. Let's see if I can set this up so we can see this thing if it's rocking or not like the last time. Sorry about that. Leave that there. Let me start it up. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Now I'm gonna put the wheels back on this thing, get it off the jack stands, and hopefully take it for a ride and see how it runs. That's about it. A little bit of a nightmarish job, but it is doable on jack stands by yourself or with, if you have a friend to help you, because that differential is really heavy. So it's always best to have an extra hand. And that's about it, man. Thanks for watching.